Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 6 of My Adventures with Superman. Last episode, the truth is laid bare as Lois now knows the truth about Clark and his identity has been revealed. And that's left us in kind of a rocky situation where technically the entire group dynamic was left in quite the rocky situation in the last episode, with everything going on with Lois and Clark's individual storylines and leaving Jimmy all alone for their what was supposed to be their friend outing for the trio to go squatching, if it were. And the episode ended with him getting swept up by a gigantic gorilla. Now in DC, there's a couple of different suspects this could potentially be. I'm leaning more towards Grodd just based on the aesthetic and the design, but we'll find out. It could also be Monsieur Mala, or it could be Ultra Humanite, and there's a couple of others as well as it probably could be in addition to those three, but I'm leaning Grodd, but we'll see what happens. We did get a little tussle with Slade, who now has an upgraded suit from all their tests and the technology they've been gathering up, and he's pretty well equipped to take on Superman, at least at his current level. And the fight was really intense with that and their mechs. And, you know, obviously there's a lot of anime influence in this, but I really think the art team in this show really loves Evangelion because, my lord, the designs just harken to that. That all said, let's go ahead and see what happens next. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It will be a watch-along format, so you just need to sync up your own footage with the time code, so reaction the entire episode. Get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage. I try to make it worth your while should you already support the channel. But I'd really appreciate it if you enjoy this reaction to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, and let's go ahead and hop into episode 6. Here we go.
I didn't realize, Lois, Jimmy isn't answering my calls.
He's not answering yours? Maybe because you stood him up.
It's more than that. I flew to the campground. No Jimmy. I flew over the forest, the Daily Planet, nothing. Lois, he's just gone. He
disappeared.
Oh
Just
no.
like everyone...
I know you're mad at me, but this isn't about us. Something has happened to Jimmy. You're the best investigator I know, and I can't find him without you. Please.
No.
Oh, thank you.
What? Hello?
Oh no.
Why am I strapped to a...
All right, I'm back to thinking it's either Ultra Humanite or Grodd still. If the ape is the one doing the experimentation, that is. Because that would be the two I would lean into for that.
He was walking, not running. This way.
Damn.
So, how do you know how to track people through the woods?
Wilderness weekend. Dad took me on wilderness survival weekends as a kid. He taught me how to use a compass, find a path, purify water, set bones, you know, etc., etc.
That sounds intense. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, well, there's a lot about me you're never gonna know.
No. Come on.
Great going, Kent. Lois, wait, I'm sorry.
Oh! Don't accidentally turn her into putty.
I scouted the forest from the air at least a dozen times. How did I miss this?
Oh, great. Oh, it's got a shield. That's why I couldn't see it from above. Dude, it's gotta be Grodd. I'm going Grodd.
Did you hear that? Is it I've been kidnapped by Bigfoot! And some other guy!
Oh no! It's the brain and Mala. Oh, god damn it. It's the brain and Mala.
Any last words, spy, before we end your life?
I didn't even consider that the brain would be here.
Thank you. This isn't how I thought it would end, but at least I got to meet a super intelligent French gorilla before I died, which means I was right about everything. Too bad my so-called friends will never know. So go ahead and open my brain. At least someone cares what I think.
No. Are they gonna sympathize?
By something. Would you like to talk about it?
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, Cadmus.
Lois.
What the?
Oh
Looks like
God.
an army invaded. And then melted. What is this place?
Cadmus. I've heard that name before.
Disavowed by the government. Who knows what horrors Cadmus, aka Area 52, still contains. Ready to meet tomorrow's special guest. Now, these two are late to get on the bird train, but they are, without a doubt, the most important people in my life. So join me and my best friends as we unearth the secrets of Sasquatch.
No.
Clark, I mean, does he know about you?
No.
How come you never told him?
Let's just keep going, okay?
No, I'm tired of you not answering my questions.
I don't want to talk about this right now.
Then when?
Lois, I've told you more about myself than I've ever told anyone. You already know I'm Superman. What else do you need to know?
Did you lie about your feelings for me?
No.
Everything you said to me, was it all just a cover for you?
How could you think that?
Her dad really fucked her up.
Lois?
What the fuck were those? Are that those, or are those someone else, something else? Oh, whoa.
Is that the Loch Ness Monster?
It's one of the mutants we lost in Scotland. Yes.
No! Wait!
Wow.
Rose, have you guys seen my phone?
Phone! You wish to expose our existence?
I'm just trying to show the world how amazing this all is and prove how right I am to two people specifically.
Perhaps the world is more accepting now, huh? Perhaps
No.
things won't be like last time.
What do you mean, like last time?
The military tried to murder the shit out of them, probably.
We were men of science, stepping into the unknown. But when it was discovered that we were making things to change the world, not harm it, Task Force X was sent to eliminate us.
Great.
But in their attack, they disturbed a most fragile experiment. An unstable black hole. Task Force X assumed there were no survivors and moved on.
Ah, I would too. Ooh.
But his mind and his heart remained. And so I can spend my life with the man I love most in all the universe.
Wow. You know, your story and mine are kind of similar.
Oh, were you also hunted?
Close. My friends stood me up for a camping trip.
Not
Your story
really the
has more
same.
kill squads, but I know how it feels to be abandoned by people who are supposed to support you. My friends don't take my work seriously. They don't take me seriously.
I know little of this world. But if someone cares for you, they want to know how you feel. You just need to speak your mind.
This is not where I thought this was gonna go.
Nine! We must eliminate him!
Oh, that is your answer to everything. Eliminate this, kill that, leave the dishes until they get mold, then claim it's some sort of experiment.
I need to use the bathroom.
Oh, that still here, or another one. Meanwhile,
Keep running!
oh. Holy shit. They could combine. What the hell?
Clark!
Can he not escape?
Sorry. Something's wrong with my powers. They're weaker somehow.
Clark, run!
Is it red solar radiation that's coming out of him? We still don't really know how this Superman's powers work, for that matter.
They're not
Oh.
following! We're in the clear.
What the hell? Is this like an obstacle course for their creations? Oh my.
Clark!
Yeah, it's messing him up.
All right.
I'm fine, but Clark,
Oh, he doesn't have his suit with him either.
Everything's okay.
how did you know you'd be bulletproof?
I didn't. I just knew that you weren't. Yeah, let's find Jimmy and get out of here before something else happens.
Clark's so good.
Stable black hole that destroyed everything?
Of course not. This is a new one.
Why would you make a new one?
Well, you see, we may have deliberately blown it up to fake our death and escape.
Oh.
But since then, we have lived a simple life of peace.
But
When we
what's the
figure out
purpose?
How to stabilize it, it will become a wormhole.
Okay.
A gateway to other dimensions where we might be welcomed.
No.
Don't fear. As long as nothing disrupts the flow of power to this room, it's perfectly safe.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, man, he's struggling
We
here.
need to be careful. Who knows what could be?
I told you he'd lead enemies to us.
Oh,
Everyone stop! These are the friends I was telling you about.
Oh, the bad ones.
What? No.
We will give you space.
Mala, I want to watch them fight.
Jimmy, we are so sorry that we let you down. Jimmy, you deserve to know. I am...
Clark, I know you're
Ah.
Superman. This is not a big reveal.
wait, what?
Wait, what? You know? Since when?
We've been roommates since freshman year. The
God
day I met
damn
you,
it.
you ripped the handle off of the door, then tried to play it.
And the
like
clock?
schools had I didn't say anything because it seemed like a sensitive subject. So I thought that if I waited, you would tell me when you were ready.
The duality of their reactions.
Hold up! You told Lois before you told me, your best friend?
Not
Okay, it's been a weird
really.
24 hours. My powers aren't working, and we've been chased all over this place by robots, so let's just take a deep breath and stop yelling.
Cadmus never created any robots. If you are being chased by something,
Uh-oh.
it is not one of ours.
Oh, great. I wonder if the bubble over this place is filtering out the radiation, like the solar rays. Something's up. Again, we just don't understand how the soup's powers work.
Allow us!
What in the world?
And who are they?
We got bored hiding like 1 year in and made a bunch of mutants, okay? But other than creating a black hole and an army of mutants, we live a simple life of peace. Mostly.
Oh my lord.
Fall back!
Why is there a black hole?
Maybe this isn't the room we should be running to. Throw that thing into it.
Why did you cut me out of a huge part of your life?
And me?
Because I was scared. All I've ever wanted is to be normal. I don't want you to treat me like an alien. I just want to be your friend.
Clark! Ah! We don't care what you are. We're friends because of who you are.
And we just want you to be open with us.
So mushy. I love it.
What are you doing?
We need to open the containment field and let the black hole hit critical mass for it to stabilize.
Okay. Okay, well, I mean, that worked for that situation, but what about this one? Oh, great. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Brain's gonna turn into Spagooter. What the hell? Oh, did it stabilize? Did they get through wormhole? No.
We must leave. The red sun Omega field that was keeping.
Yes, that's what it was.
The Omega field affected you. The tech reacts to you. You're in the crosshairs of Task Force X, of him.
Who is he?
A man who would blot out the sun if he thought his country demanded it. The one we've been hiding from. Because once he sees you as a threat,
I need his name. Ealing
you are different. Strange.
or Lane?
Like us. In this world, it's not so forgiving of that.
I have to stay. I have to believe this world can be a place where everyone's accepted, and I need to help it get there with the people I love.
No, I'm glad they didn't like run that contention out. This is a great episode to kind of give everybody their voice. I liked it a lot. Where the hell are they going, though? Immediately get eaten. You don't know what's over there.
I want your opinion on the tech here. Put that brilliant mind of yours to work.
But why would a humble kidnapped billionaire like me do that?
Oh, I didn't recognize him in that condition.
When do we start?
Ooh, that little riff there at the end. Dude, I know Monsieur Malo was definitely an option, but he was definitely at the bottom of my list. I was convinced it wasn't going to be him, but once they incorporated the combination of him and the brain, that made a little more sense, and what they were kind of doing here. I liked their backstory. I liked how they kind of, as a duo, represented with Jimmy what was actually going on with the group as a whole, with him, Lois, and with Clark, and how Jimmy being missing kind of forced them to really power through this issue. Obviously, I know some people have like compared this to like the Amber situation in Invincible, but I think this is a very different situation because Lois at least has an established and expressed history with this sort of thing and this type of emotional manipulation and abuse from her father. You know, she was breaking down those walls to him about it. That doesn't necessarily make what Clark did wrong, because like he's still not wrong for having that to himself. It's a big thing to put out there, especially if you're not of this world. You're the only one of your kind. It's not like over in Invincible where everybody's a superhero and stuff like that. You know, it's a little bit of a different situation. So I could sympathize with Lois easily, very easily. But I like how they approached it, and I like how they brought down each other's walls, because every step of the way, because of that, it wasn't so much that he was keeping this secret. It was more that if he lied about that, what else did he lie about? Like that moment where she finally broke down, he's like, what does it matter? What more do you need to know? And she was like, well, was what you told me about your feelings towards me, like the things you've said to me, are those real, or are they just part of your cover? The things her father did to her have really messed up her ability to like openly trust somebody, and when she felt like she could, that made it possible for anything else that he had said or done to have been a play or a mask or have a dual motive. You know, it just casts doubt, and because of that, like rightfully so, I think she got upset and reactionary in a way. I don't think anybody was necessarily wrong in this situation at all, because we also had all perspectives of this as well. We had Jimmy, who I was like, I don't know how Jimmy at this point living together would never have put it together, especially with how's our clock keep exploding every morning, that sort of thing. And the thing is, he didn't, but he respected Clark enough to want him to tell him in his own time. But I think it's really interesting how this show, by this point, this early point, has two people both very important people in his life and to the show, like our two main characters aside from Clark, in on his secret. I love that because that keeps it out of the drama of whatever they're going to do next. Like we hit that wall, we addressed it, and we pushed past it. Like we didn't linger on it. It didn't become this whole thing that just swelled for episodes and episodes. We addressed it. And I think everybody had a very valid point to make regarding their approach to the situation. Obviously, Clark, he just wants to be normal. That's all he's ever wanted. You know, finding out his parents aren't his parents. Finding out he's not from this planet. Finding out that, you know, as we know with the world around us, it's not easy for us to be accepting of those that are different. And for somebody like Clark, who doesn't even know who he is, where he comes from, what he can do, what the extent of it is, he just knows that he has this want to make the world a better place and just enjoy it with the people that he cares about. He just doesn't want to lose face with anybody. People are going to react differently because obviously this general doesn't quite care for who or what he is. He's a threat to their existence just by merely existing. Even though he's doing good, even though he's helping people, he just sees him as a threat, as a potentiality for destruction or whatever. He doesn't know the motives behind it. Or like you said before or alluded to, maybe something happened the day Clark arrived that he's carrying with him to this day. You know, if Clark came during the meteor shower and all this other stuff that came along with it, which is what I'm assuming this tech is, it would make sense for him to kind of view him as an obstacle or as the enemy. Subtly, the world building, whether it not be directly, because we still haven't like wholly dived into what Jor-El was trying to say to Clark in the hologram in the ship, because he can't understand Kryptonian at this point. We are learning through these little ways like how his powers still work. So they said that was a red sun barrier that was around this place, which is why he couldn't see through it and why being inside of it, he was getting weaker, though he doesn't seem to wholly have put that together yet. And it makes me wonder if that's why a lot of this tech is doing so much damage to him, or at least these ones here recently, these mechs that had the red crystals in them, why he was able to stop it. It could be a combination thereof. It's interesting that we're getting these little nuggets, because again, we're trying to figure out how his powers work here as the viewer, because so far it's coming out in a very different way. He has this kind of like blue Superman kind of energy that comes out of him whenever it activates, and it seems to give him these momentary boosts where he's breaking through a barrier that he doesn't know he has, or it's something that he taps into something else, some kind of power source that amps him up. Like he's got like a default setting, but then in these heightened moments of adrenaline or need or desperation, he taps into something. We still haven't established the yellow sun giving him the powers yet. We could just assume that's probably going to still be part of it if the red sun thing isn't exactly what is weakening him. But I like to see how they're going to continue to evolve this. We got 4 more episodes of this season left. Let's see what happens. I like what they're doing with this. I really do. And then we're bringing back some of the people that have been captured. We got Ivo now working for the General. Just to keep things nice and neat, I would like for it to end up being General Lane, because it would tie this hunt for Superman into the drama between Clark and Lois, into this kind of like circle, and then we'll see how that drama resolves. It could very well be Ealing or whoever else, but I think for the story and just kind of keeping things condensed, it would make the most sense to do General Lane, especially since we keep coming back to Lois and her relationship with her father, especially here with her like survival tactics. In fact, that was what he cared about the most, was making sure she could take care of herself, tracking, survival, foraging. There's got to be a reason why they're holding off on revealing his name. But guys, I want to pass this off to you. What did you guys think of the episode? How do you feel about the way they handled this situation? Because I know obviously there was a lot of very strong opinions about the last episode. I would love to hear from you guys. How do you feel about how they handled it here? So sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Enjoy this reaction. I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if Become a Member channel gets you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Yuri Korskon, Margaret Grace, Melito, Robert Angiano, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, and Eric Official. Thank you guys so much for continued support. And everybody, who's been supporting this show along the way, because honestly, the show's doing pretty damn good for the channel, and I'm kind of surprised about that, man. I wasn't sure how this was going to go. I was going to definitely watch it for myself, but people seem to be enjoying this thing, and I'm glad. It makes me happy. We're winning with Superman content as of late. Between this and stuff like Superman and Lois, dude, it's exciting. And they're both very distinct, but they both really capture the heart and the essence of the character to his core, and I love that, man. But anyway, enough gushing about this stuff. That's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.